afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Wednesday. Pretty nice day today.
Very nice. Sunny and warm, and it's going to get warmer from here.
Yeah, a lot warmer from here. We'll get to the weather in a minute, but first, topping today's news, soon you won't be able to get a COVID vaccine at the Alliant Energy Center. Our Gabriela Becerra is live there to tell us why it's closing and where you can go to get a vaccine.
UW-Madison has picked its new athletic director. Our sports director, Zach Hanley, is here with all the details.
And Governor Evers toured dairy farms for the start of Dairy Month today. That's coming up next on Live at 4. But first, let's take a look outside. The sun was out. Good day to walk the dog.
That extra long walk.
It's nice walk down State Street, Capitol Square, that is. The heat is on, and it's going to get hotter. Austin's in the backyard. How hot's it going to get?
Oh, that's the question right there. And, you know, I do think we're going to see the lower 90s returning here for this weekend. So the upper 70s and low 80s that we're looking at right now, we got to enjoy it while we can because it's going to get quite a bit warmer than what it currently feels like outside. One thing that's really helping us out, dew points are in the lower 40s and even some upper 30s. So that means our relative humidity is very low as of right now. Great news for us here locally. Doppler track also staying dry. We still have a lot of blue skies overhead, just a little bit of some cloud cover. Again, making it for just a very beautiful day outside. If we saw higher humidity, it wouldn't be as nice of a day. But thankfully, those dew points are still very low. Temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s. Again, our dew points even in the 30s and 40s as of right now. So it's a very dry heat overall outdoors. A nice, beautiful night here for tonight. Partly cloudy skies and mild conditions with that low of 56 degrees. Overall here for today, we just have a very, very nice day. These temperatures will slowly work their way back down. You can see here again, generally remaining in those upper 70s and low 80s for the afternoon. But we have to get outside and enjoy it right now because later on in the week and especially over the weekend, those temperatures rise, but so do the dew points. So the humidity will return, and that's going to bring some chances for showers and storms later on next week. I'll have details on that coming up in just a moment.
All right, we'll check back in a few minutes. Thank you. From thousands to hundreds, vaccine and testing demand continues to fall every day. Public Health Madison-Dane County decided to end mass testing and vaccination operations at the Alliant Energy Center at the end of the month.
Our Gabriela Becerra is live there now and explains what this means for you. Gabby?
Well, Mark and Susan, it costs about $10,000 a day to run a mass testing and vaccine site here at the Alliant Energy Center. And for much of the past year, the need outweighed the cost of that, but that's not the case anymore. Since the site opened last May, they've done more than 430,000 tests. Vaccinations are approaching 80,000 since December. Public Health's Ken Van Horn says the site was exactly what Dane County needed during the pandemic, but a site this large just isn't necessary anymore.
We gave peace of mind, I think, to the folks in Dane County that they had access to both testing and vaccine whenever they wanted it. And we scaled up and we scaled down to meet demand. And it's just been, I think, a really valuable asset for Dane County.
Public Health will do vaccinations 5 days a week and testing 3 days a week at their existing locations. And again, the last day to get a vaccine here is June 26th, but you can go to their location on South Park Street or on East Washington Ave to get either tested or a vaccine.
Gabby, thank you. And we'll be hosting a second vaccine clinic here at our News 3 Now studios and at William Lunny Lake Farm County Park tomorrow. We'll be offering second doses to anyone who received a first Pfizer dose at our May 13th clinic. And we'll also have a supply of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and the Pfizer vaccine on hand. So if you want a shot, please join us. The clinic will run tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Well, The Apprentice is now the master at the University of Wisconsin. Months of speculation confirmed today. The UW selected Chris McIntosh as its new athletic director.
Sports director Zach Hanley joins us now. He's a very well-known name and face who has some big shoes to fill, Zach.
Yeah, Chris McIntosh was the man of the hour at the Kohl Center today, around 2 months after the exact same spot. Barry Alvarez announced his retirement. And you can't talk about McIntosh without addressing the man who put Wisconsin athletics on the map, his predecessor, Alvarez. And those two go way back. Barry recruited Chris to play football, remember. Mac was a captain on 2 UW Rose Bowl teams. He's a member of the Badgers Hall of Fame and was Alvarez's deputy athletic director for the past 4 years. But to McIntosh, the job job isn't about the past. It's about what he can do to shape the future of Wisconsin athletics.
I don't view this next chapter as just carrying the baton. That's not what's needed here. We're facing significant and real challenges, and there's likely some challenging times ahead, and that's going to take a concerted effort and for us to work shoulder to shoulder going forward.
McIntosh said that comparing himself to Pat or Barry is a losing proposition, and he also added for him, it's about being authentic to who he is and growing, building, and advancing Badger athletics. We'll have much more from Matt coming up at 5.
A new era begins. We'll see you at 5, Zach. Thank you. Major League Baseball is celebrating its inaugural Lou Gehrig Day today. Gehrig, the Hall of Famer who wore jersey number 4, took over as the starting first baseman for the New York Yankees on June 2nd, 1925, beginning a streak of 2,130 consecutive games that earned him the nickname the Iron Horse. Lou Gehrig died on June 2nd, 1941 at the age of 37 of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, which became known as Lou Gehrig's disease, or ALS.
Well, it happened again for the second time in weeks. A cyber attack has disrupted critical U.S. production, this time on the world's largest meat processing company. Meat processor JBS says the vast majority of its plants will operate today after a cyber attack forced shutdowns in North America and Australia. 13 plants in the U.S. are affected. The FBI is investigating, and the White House is watching closely. Meat prices have already been rising during the pandemic. Now, there's concern the cyber attack could disrupt supplies.
I think it's going to have an effect on both ends of the supply chain. So if you think about it, JBS and its meat processing facilities will supply to grocery stores. They may supply to other folks who manufacture fine products, go to restaurants, all sorts of people.
JBS has dozens of brands in the U.S., including Clear River Farms, 1855, and Pilgrims. It's not been revealed whether the company paid a ransom to get its computer system back online.
The city of Madison will be flying the Pride flag this month. The flag was raised this morning outside of the Madison Municipal Building downtown. The city chose to fly the Pride Progress flag, which adds a chevron design to the classic rainbow flag to place a greater emphasis on inclusion and progression. A bill that would prevent transgender youth from participating in college sports based on their identified gender passed an assembly committee today. The bill was before the Committee on Colleges and Universities. It passed along party lines. Democrats call the bill harmful, saying it goes against the goal of being a community for all.
Governor Evers started Dairy Month off by touring a dairy farm in Merrill today. Wisconsin has a long and proud tradition as America's dairy land, and Governor Evers celebrated the role that our dairy industry plays in Wisconsin's collective heritage, culture, and identity by spending time with dairy farmers themselves.
Farmers are the stewards of the land here in Wisconsin, and what they do is really important. We need to provide programs so that farmers can work together to find the best way to do that.
With more than 1.2 million dairy cows across our state and more than 95% of our dairy farms being family-owned, it's impossible to go anywhere in Wisconsin and not be reminded how critically important the dairy industry is to our state.
Assembly Speaker Robin Vos says Wisconsin should get tougher on unemployed people who apply for jobs to meet work search requirements and then skip out on the interview. Business leaders at a roundtable discussion today organized by Wisconsin Manufacturers and Commerce told Vos and fellow Republican Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu that the worker shortage problem has reached a breaking point.
This budget allows...
We are struggling fiercely to find workforce, to recruit and find workforce. I would actually go so far as to deem Wisconsin's current situation as a workforce crisis.
Number 64.
Wisconsin Republicans last month reinstated a work search requirement for the unemployed, a move designed to get more people back into the workforce. The Assembly was scheduled to vote next week on a bill ending the $300 payment and other federal enhancement programs. News.
A black bear was spotted in Middleton. The bear was last seen near Middleton Beach Road. Officials said they found bear footprints leading into a wooded area between Middleton Beach Road and Allen Boulevard. Another person reported the bear may have entered Lake Mendota and swam away from the shore. DNR officials say anyone who sees the bear should just leave it alone. Good advice. Summer weather's here, and that means for many, more time spent outdoors.
Well, don't forget your sunscreen. We'll meet one woman who learned the hard lesson of not heeding that advice when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Get more enjoyment out of your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, receive 25% off sunrooms. This offer won't last long. Call today. Patio enclosures.
Hey, sandwich fan. New Denny's melts belong in your hand. Patty melt's a classic. The Big Dipper's fantastic. And the Nashville hot chicken, bombastic? 4 melts in all, grilled to please. Now with free delivery. See you at Dennys.com.
Mom's gonna kill us.
Gorilla Super Glues.
Of course.
Gorilla has a fix for every project. Original brush and nozzle and ultra-controlled gel for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Ready to blow away the rules of volume? New Air Volume Mega Mascara by L'Oréal Paris. For mega volume, yet mega light. A whipped formula and a cushiony brush. New Air Volume Mega Mascara by L'Oréal Paris. You're worth it.
Our new scented oils give you our best smelling scents, now crafted with more natural ingredients and infused with essential oils that are 100% natural. Give us one plug and connect to nature.
We made USAA insurance for members like Martin, an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it right.
USAA insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbor even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
USAA. People were afraid I was contagious. I felt gross.
It was kind of a shock after I started Cosentix.
4 years clear.
Real people with psoriasis look and feel better with Cosentix. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur. Learn more at Cosentix.com.
This is the new Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic, and it responds to snoring automatically. So no more nudging your partner or opting for the couch. Because the Tempur Ergo Smart Base is our first system that detects snoring and automatically adjusts to help reduce it. Your best sleep. All night, every night.
And right now, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Get more enjoyment out of your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, receive 25% off sunrooms. This offer won't last long. Call today. Patio enclosures.
Well, welcome back. Sorry about that. Some students outside Dayton, Ohio got more than their degrees on graduation day.
After a year of struggle through the pandemic, the graduation ceremony ended with a big surprise for the students.
We wish to give you a fresh start. So therefore, the Wilberforce University Board of Trustees has authorized me to forgive any debt.
That's worth cheering about.
How about that? The president of Wilberforce University cleared more than $375,000 of student debt from from the 2020 and 2021 graduating classes. As you see, some students danced, others cried after hearing the news. I bet their parents cried too.
Yeah, absolutely.
The school used various scholarships, including the United Negro College Fund and other funding sources, in order to cover that cost.
Now that's a graduation present.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, it really is. Well, stocks end flat ahead of jobs data to be released tomorrow. The Dow Industrials gained 25 points, closing at 34,600. The Nasdaq added 19. The S&P 500 was up 6. Well, there's a woman here in the 608 who hopes you at home will learn from her mistakes of not taking care of her skin over the years.
Our Josh Spreiter shares her story with the message that she has for you and your family this summer.
I know there's someone that could benefit from hearing how important it is to take care of the largest organ of your body.
When Renee Zemke and her husband Aaron walk through these doors at the UW Carbone Cancer Center, it's good news these days. But that wasn't always the case.
It was just an atypical mole. Melanoma was not mentioned.
Renee had a mole move from her leg back in 2014 only because it bothered her when shaving. Fast forward 2 years.
Got to springtime, wanted to wear shorts, shave my legs, and I noticed on my thigh where that mole had been removed that there was a lump under my skin.
After losing family and friends to cancer, including her own mother, Renee knew she needed to get in right away to get the lump tested.
The doctor called me Mother's Day weekend and told me that I had melanoma.
Looking back, Renee says she never took care of her skin growing up, didn't use sunscreen, used baby oil when at the beach, even visited tanning salons.
I made all the mistakes. And so it's hard to think that it's not my fault, which is where a lot of the pain comes from.
5 years later, Dr. Mark Albertini of the UW Carbone Cancer Center is able to show off Renee's scans, which have come back clean during every checkup since April of 2017. Dr. Albertini works with patients who see cancer spreading, or those like Renee who had it removed but are at a high risk of seeing it coming back again.
Melanoma is known to spread to both lymph nodes, to various tissues in the body, to lung, to liver, to bone, to brain. And that's what makes us so fearful.
Dr. Albertini tells me over the last decade they've been able to make significant progress in the battle against cancer through clinical trials. And he credits the participation from folks like Renee who are willing to enroll in working to benefit others in the future.
Her genuine motivation was to provide for herself what was cutting edge and best available treatment. But equally important and quite admirable was really her wish to both help others.
Dr. Albertini says Renee is very fortunate to have had an easier road than others, but she's no less important in the fight. And one of the simplest things in helping Renee on her journey to recovery, or perhaps largest, is this polar bear at UW Hospital.
I can remember who I sat here with, and I can remember how sick I was when I sat here. And I can remember my kids sitting here and my husband, and I can remember sitting here when I got good news. So it's very special to me.
Renee tells me she hopes to instill better practices on herself and those she loves in helping prevent others from having to go through the anxiety she's faced over the years.
Now I know better, and I can do better, and I do that by protecting my kids. Wear sunscreen, get a skin check. It doesn't take long, once or twice a year for a half hour. It could save your life.
Early melanoma is curable, but if it spreads, it's a serious problem and could result in significant symptoms or even death. Renee is now down to getting only one scan done a year at the UW Carbone Cancer Center, but she still encourages others to get their skin checked by a dermatologist every 6 months. She also hopes folks will continue to sponsor the research done in the clinical trials to help even more people down the road. In the 608, Josh Spreiter, News 3 Now.
You know, I think a lot of us, you know, Renee's age and older, did the same thing. Baby oil laying outside.
Right, exactly.
And we didn't know no better.
No, exactly. Renee, way to pay it forward, too, for other people and share your story. It's brave to do that.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So get checked.
Yes.
Prevention is the key. Well, it seems robots are everywhere these days. It can get a little depressing for some.
Guess what? There's a robot in Italy that can actually help you with that depression, but I don't know, it's what do we always say? Fascinating and a little frightening.
At the same time.
That's coming up next.
Downton, an old English term meaning afternoon drinking. It's genius. Welcome to Downton's Distillery, the cocktail garden right here in Cottage Grove. Abby, tell us about the great story of how Downton's got started.
Sure. So we really wanted to build a space that was family friendly and would support local producers, local growers. And then with Nick and I having a chemical engineering background and Ryan in marketing and graphic design, this is where we are. This is where we ended up at Downton's Distilling in Cottage Grove.
Lo and behold, a dream came true.
Yes.
You built a beautiful outdoor space, a beautiful tasting room, most of which you did yourselves, which is amazing. But there's a lot of fun that's going to happen out there this coming summer.
Yeah, for sure. There's going to be live music. We support lots of local food trucks, makers markets. We've done some yoga. We're doing some trivia. The important part here is that it's going to be a ton of fun this summer. Definitely recommend checking out Facebook and our website for all the events. It's going to be a ton of fun, and there's cocktails, beer, and soda for everybody. There's something for everybody on the menu.
You had me at cocktails. Cheers to you, Mama. Way to go. Let's throw it over to your husband. He's going to show us how to make some drinks.
My name's Nick. We're going to start off with our Great Hydrator. I think it's a perfect drink for spring and summer. Start off with 1.5 ounces of our new hibiscus liqueur, a 1/2 ounce of our cucumber vodka, a 1/2 ounce of our lemon juice, 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, some blueberry kombucha.
From Downton's Distilling, I'm Emmy Fink,
and you're buzzed into Madison.
Cheers. Let's drink.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County continues building and bringing stability to families through homeownership. As area families experience hardships, Habitat provides a pathway to financial security and independence. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
Do you suffer from ED? Did you know there could be a way to relieve ED without harmful medications, needles, or surgery? Peak Performance for Men is here to help. Click or call now to treat your ED. And remember, our results make the difference.
It's Steinhaffel's Memorial Day sale, and now is the best time to save big on your new mattress. Get a Beauty Rest Queen mattress for only $349. Upgrade to a Beauty Rest Black and get $200 in Steinhaffel's cash. Queen mattresses start at just $19.99. Save up to $800 on adjustable base sets and get $200 in Steinhaffel's cash. It's the Memorial Day sale, only at Steinhaffel's and steinhaffels.com.
Well, take a look at this.
Hey, buddy!
Clearly, her dad, Curtis, likes the dog Murphy better than her. Let's take another look. His daughter lives in North Carolina, drove 14 hours to Texas to hang out. Curtis sees his daughter and her excited dog through the glass door. He opens it just enough for Murphy to get through and then shuts it right in her face. Thanks, Dad.
That's so cute, though. Look at him.
14 hours she drives, and he shuts the door. His best friend.
That's funny.
Well, scientists in Italy are working to create a robot that can detect all kinds of emotions.
They say the benefits could help patients with a range of mental health disorders. Ian Lee reports from London.
Abel is learning to smile, snarl, and frown. 20 motors under his artificial skin give the robot emotions just like us. Engineers in Italy hope someday Abel will be a friend for people with behavioral, social, or cognitive disorders like autism or Alzheimer's. This researcher says we want Abel to know how people are feeling, to keep them healthy, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. To make Abel look eerily real, engineers teamed up with special effects artist Gustav Hogan. His company has created animatronics for Hollywood hits Star Wars and Jurassic Park. Right now, someone has to wear sensors for the robot to recognize their emotions. The next step may seem like something out of science fiction.
To give Abel a human brain.
With the help of tissue, taken from stem cells.
Organoids are basically an aggregate of stem cells which self-assemble and self-organize to resemble the structure and function of a mini human organ.
Scientists say that would allow Abel to read our expressions all on his own. And if they're successful, expect the team and Abel to look a bit smug. Ian Lee, CBS News.
How do you feel about co-anchoring with Abel?
What could go wrong?
It's coming.
It's alive.
It's coming. Researchers acknowledge they are years away from their goal, but they believe Abel will one day not only be able to recognize emotions on his own, no way, but be able to feel them too.
And he has a human brain?
Not yet.
All right, Austin, you can see into the future?
I'll take a pass on that right there. But
yeah, it's a little too much.
Yeah, a little bit too much. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to say that about this weekend forecast that we actually have coming up, because our temperatures are going to skyrocket, but not behind it, too far behind rather, will be the higher humidity. So what do we have for the weekend and the following work week? I'll have another look at your extended forecast coming up right after the break.
It's time to breathe easier with a professional air duct deep cleaning from Stanley Steamer. We remove the dirt hidden deep inside your ducts, helping you get back to a cleaner and healthier home. Call 1-800-STEAMER today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
If your dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Looks like a great day for achy, burning eyes.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Ha! These drops probably won't touch me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief.
Oh.
Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye, twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Talk to an eye doctor about twice daily Xiidra.
I'd prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
Hi, I'm Coach Jordan with Anytime Fitness, and I've got a question for you. What is your fitness goal? Have you been able to reach it? If not, I've got the perfect solution for you. It's our 6-week Summer Transformation Challenge. During the 6 weeks, you'll receive personal training designed for any fitness level, an easy-to-use meal plan for optimal results, and your very own coach to provide you with the accountability you need. Now is the time. Limited spots are available, so stop by Anytime Fitness to reserve yours today.
Your pipes need to loosen up. Your furnace needs to chill out. No more Freon for your AC. You don't need a working ceiling fan. Nothing can stop me from causing problems in your home. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
That's right, Pesky. Your problems are plunged.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
At Stanley Steamer, we love homes. It's why we started cleaning them over 70 years ago and why we still continue today. Whatever home means to you, we're ready when you are to make sure your space is clean and that you and the ones you care about most are safe.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, hello there and welcome back. Lots of blue skies overhead. I wish I could have done this forecast outside as well, because it did feel excellent to be outside. And I know later on here in the work week, and especially this weekend, we're going to crank up that humidity, so it really won't feel as nice as what we're currently looking at. But enjoy it while we can, because the heat is going to kick up in full gear here, especially for this weekend. You take a peek here at a few things that we do need to know over the next few days. Warm conditions all the way through Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, it is going to be very hot here in the upper 80s and low 90s. Hot compared to where it should be. Average high temperature today, 75 degrees. So we're a little bit above that today. With the 90s returning this weekend, we are going to be well above that. Humidity also will return here by the end of this weekend, and especially for next week. So not only will the heat increase, the humidity will follow, and that's going to bring some more chances for showers and storms in the extended forecast. Actually looking at a pretty dry stretch right now, but you take a peek at some of our temperatures that we're currently looking at, upper 70s and those lower 80s. It's really starting to get quite warm out here. 77 in Mineral Point, Lone Rock at 80 degrees. Here in Madison, we're at 78. Still feels pretty good outside with the lower humidity. But again, if we were at 78 degrees right now with a dew point of around 60, it wouldn't feel too pretty outside. Now, our relative humidity, thankfully, extremely low, but we're going to see this increasing here, especially over these next few days. By the time we reach this Sunday, we're going to see this really rising with dew points returning into the 60s at times. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook does show that we are again right in the middle of this bullseye of those warmer than average temperatures. So that's what we have to expect. Again, our average high is only 75 degrees. And once you look at these temperatures that I'm about to show you behind me, this is a summer week that we actually have coming up. That's what it's going to feel like outside. 79 for the high today, 83 for tomorrow. And then by the time you reach Friday, 89 degrees. Those upper 80s and low 90s stick around all the way through this weekend. And even after a little bit of a cool down next week, we are still going to be in those mid 80s. So even with some shower and storm chances, we're not looking at any indications that we're going to see a major cool down. So summer's going to stick around here for a little bit as of right now. But our Doppler track is keeping us free of showers and storms. We are staying dry. Earlier on in the day, we did see a few of those lighter showers up north. Minneapolis currently seeing a little bit of a weaker thunderstorm as well. Here locally, we're staying dry. Again, with all the blue skies outside, it does look very nice. But then you'd look at the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook. And this is going to show a little bit of a better than average chance to see a little bit more precipitation than average. But you take a peek here at our rain chances, nothing's really jumping off the board right now. You see how we're going to be at around 10% all the way through Sunday. Then as we increase those rain chances, we're only looking at about 20-30% chance each day starting on Monday. That's thanks to the higher heat and higher humidity, just fueling some of those pop-up showers and storms. So over these next few days, we can expect to stay dry, but look at these temperatures falling down into the 50s here in the overnight hours tonight. Tomorrow cranking up here into the lower to even mid 80s at times, and then it just gets warmer and warmer. So depending on what heat you can handle, it really depends on when you want to spend some time outdoors over these next few days. 88 degrees, or rather 87 in Madison on Friday at about 4 p.m. So we are really going to bring up those temperatures quite a bit this afternoon. A gorgeous 179 degrees, partly sunny skies, very comfortable. And you can see here over the next 12 hours, we are going to cool things right back down, and we're only going to drop into about the mid 50s. So it's really going to be a pretty overall nice night here tonight. A good night to keep your windows open as well, but then you're going to want to shut them pretty early tomorrow, because then those temperatures will continue to crank up. Notice all the sunshine before we see those rain chances returning. Tuesday's high 88 degrees. Even with these plentiful rain chances, however, we're just not going to actually see a ton of overall rainfall. And we are still in a drought phase right now, so we need to see a little bit more rainfall than what we actually currently have on our extended forecast.
I'm doing my part. I got my car washed today.
Okay, there we go. Good.
That'll bring the rain.
All right, Austin, thank you.
Thanks, Austin.
The Federal Emergency Management Agency has paid out around $85 million in funeral expenses to families who lost loved ones due to the COVID virus.
But this program is out of reach for many because of death certificates that do not mention COVID-19.
Manuel Bohorquez spoke to one Florida family navigating the red tape.
He was full of life. He has more energy than me.
And me too.
I did not expect that at all. I thought
Alexandra Henau's father, Ricardo Zamudio, died last year from COVID-19. And that's the cause listed on his death certificate. So she's eligible for up to $9,000 in FEMA funeral assistance, a big help for these working parents.
For us, financial-wise, it'll be a good help, but at the same time, money don't mean anything. We honestly wish we had our parents back,
Of course.
More than anything.
Oscar Henau's father, Oscar Sr., died 6 months later at 82.
The day before he died, I had the opportunity to actually hold him, see him, kiss him, and thank him for everything he has done.
They say he died from COVID-19 after testing positive weeks before his death.
He was COVID-19, but it wasn't on the death certificate.
What happened there?
Honestly, I didn't know what happened because when the funeral home asked us, what he died from, they verified it, everything was, COVID-19, but it wasn't placed on the death certificate.
FEMA's $2 billion assistance program is the largest of its kind in the nation's history, but eligibility is strictly limited to loved ones who present death certificates stating the death was caused by, may have been caused by, or was likely a result of COVID-19.
It is a process, and in that process, one step is to make sure that COVID-19 is mentioned on the death certificate.
Mark Pansiera, partner at Boyd Pansiera Family Funeral Care, has been guiding families through the FEMA process, including helping to amend death certificates.
Your part could be considered done here, but some families are still coming back to you to say, hey, can we get a little more help?
This just adds another element in it, and we want to be that guide on the side, if you will, for the family.
Earlier this month, FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell told CBS News that the process is intentionally rigorous to protect against fraud.
We've put controls in place to make sure that we can identify that and try to reduce any potential opportunities for people to take advantage of that program when they shouldn't be.
Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News.
The Henniers had a certificate amended, and FEMA is reviewing their application. This could especially be a problem for those whose loved ones died early on in the pandemic when testing was insufficient or doctors did not know to list COVID-19 as the cause.
FEMA says, as with any new program, it continues to review and update the process for any changes that need to be made.
Well, today is the first day in over a year that Dane County doesn't have any COVID-related health orders in place.
So what's open and what's next? Our Adam Duxter is live to give us the details. That's coming up tonight at 5.
Certain HPV-related cancers?
You're not welcome here.
Get out of my face. HPV can cause certain cancers when your child grows up. Get in its way. HPV can affect males and females, and there's no way to predict who will or won't clear the virus. The CDC recommends HPV vaccination at age 11 or 12 to help protect against certain cancers.
Hey, cancer, not
my
child.
Don't wait. Talk to your child's doctor about HPV vaccination today.
At Aspen Dental, today is the day to take back your smile. Why wait? We're here nights, weekends, and right now to give you exceptional care and 20% off your treatment plan. New patients take the first step with a complete exam and x-rays that are free without insurance. Because our nationwide network of over 1,500 doctors at 900 locations all have one goal: to make you smile today. Start now. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL or book online at aspendental.com.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Living longer is possible and proven with Kisqali when taken with a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor in premenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Tonight at 5, the Wisconsin Badgers have named Barry Alvarez as successor as athletic director. What we know about the new AD, Chris McIntosh. It's ahead at 5.
Plus, the heat is on. It feels like summer outside already, and that will continue through the weekend with temperatures quickly climbing to the 90s. We'll look at your full forecast.
And ahead at 6, Dane County becomes the last county in the state to lift its mask mandate. Find out how the city of Madison is preparing for a busy, more normal summer.
look at downtown Madison from our Edgewater Skycam. Good looking day out there today. The sun's out. It's going to get really hot by the weekend, so enjoy today. An online pharmacy and lab is asking the FDA to recall some popular sunscreens and after-sun products.
This after tests it conducted showed they contained a known cancer-causing chemical. Elise Preston reports from New York.
With summer almost here, people are spending more time in the sun, but tests by Valashore, an online pharmacy and lab, show dozens of popular sunscreens and after-sun products contain a chemical tied to blood cancers. Benzene, a known carcinogen, was found in 27% of the sprays and lotions tested. That includes products sold by Neutrogena, Banana Boat, and CVS.
The problem with benzene is it can cause leukemia, anemia, things like this.
CBS Chief Medical Correspondent John LaPook says one of the things the FDA will look into is how the chemical is getting into the products.
There's no manufacturer that's intentionally adding it to the sunscreen product. Somehow it's in there as a contaminant. It's not clear how it gets in there. Is it one of the ingredients that got contaminated? Is it the process of making the lotion or the after-sun product that somehow creates it? We're not sure.
Johnson & Johnson, maker of Neutrogena products, told CBS News benzene is not an ingredient in any of our personal care products. CVS said the products it sells are safe and, quote, we are in the process of reviewing and evaluating information in and related to Valashore's petition and will respond accordingly. And the maker of Banana Boat said, quote, our sun care products undergo rigorous testing to ensure safety and quality and meet all FDA regulations. Not all the products from those brands were found to contain benzene. Health experts emphasize the vast majority of sunscreens do not contain the chemical, and people still need to protect themselves from the sun. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
The FDA says it is reviewing Valushore's petition for the recall. Valashore made the petition public, which includes a list of the batches with detected benzene levels.
The products can be found on pages 12 to 15. A link is available at valueshore.com. But I think the takeaway is you still need sunscreen.
Yes.
Well, coming up next, we take a look at one of the most popular compact sedans in America.
The 2021 Hyundai Elantra. We have Harvey Briggs to give us the lowdown on the completely redesigned sedan when Live at 4 continues.
But you're going to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
As a music lover, this last year with no live music has left a true void for fans, for musicians, and venues, just like Funk's Pub right here in Fitchburg. We've done a lot of segments lately on the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, and now there's a new extension of that program, the Crescendo on Wisconsin campaign. Tell us about that, Roy.
Well, it's been a tough year for all Wisconsinites, but specifically the music industry. You know, a year ago, this entire industry shut down, and many of my friends, their revenue went to zero. This fund is designed to help musicians and people in the entertainment business, stagehands, artists, promoters, whoever needs a hand with their energy bills or their rents. They can call the number or click on the link and get help.
So as an artist, how important is it that there's people out there watching out and that have your back as far as the COW campaign?
It's super important. The work that Crescendo in Wisconsin is doing is it's allowing us the opportunity to, I guess, be more selective about what opportunities we take advantage of. We are getting gig offers, but some of them are not necessarily the best or safest opportunities for us, and we don't feel as compelled to have to take those opportunities to keep food on the table or to keep the lights on. So I think what they're doing is really important.
From Funk's Pub in Fitchburg, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Some days, you just don't have it. Not my uncle, though. He's taking Trulicity for his type 2 diabetes. And now, he's really on his game.
Once weekly Trulicity lowers your A1C by helping your body release the insulin it's already making. Most people reached an A1C under 7%. Plus, Trulicity can lower your risk of cardiovascular events. It can also help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Show your world what's truly inside. Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
Welcome back. Checking out traffic here in the local area. Right now, we are seeing quite a few slowdowns, especially on the Beltline. Right now, we're looking at some rush hour traffic. Lots of cars on the roadways, but we're not actually hearing any reports of any local accidents. What we have heard a report of, however, again, our temperature is upper 70s and low 80s, so this is just the beginning of what we're looking at here for this summer. Our first road actually buckled here just as of late. US 12 eastbound road now closed between exit 215 and exit 218, right around the Baraboo area. So if you are traveling in that area, we have heard reports of a road buckling, and that has currently closed down all lanes. So we're going to keep you posted on that situation here as the day does go on. But this is just an early sign that we are going to continue to warm things up, and again, get ready for a hot weekend coming up.
And that's a new road, too.
It is.
All right, Austin, thank you. Well, this pretty much is the most Wisconsin thing ever. A car chase was foiled by a herd of cows. This cattle collective provided herd immunity to a suspect's misdeeds when it became a bovine blockade that put an end to a 13-mile police pursuit in northwestern Wisconsin. We've seen suspects stopped by cops before. Back in 2018, a suspect fleeing police was corralled by a helpful herd in Florida. As for this latest bossy bust, police shared the image online, giving a shout-out to their local bovine unit.
They should get little badges or something.
Only in Wisconsin.
Well, not too long ago, compact sedans were seen as economy cars whose primary job was transportation from point A to point B.
Transportation appliances, they were called, but guess what? That's not the case anymore. Case in point, the 2021 Hyundai Elantra. Let's go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs. There is a lot going on here.
There is. Hyundai design has gotten, shall we say, complex. They call this a fractal design look when you look at the side of this and all those different angles and creases and folds. And it makes it distinctive in the category.
Style in a compact car? For the few models still on sale, style is one of the few ways to stand out.
You know, you think about this category and you've got Civic, you've got Corolla, you've got Mazda 3. There's, some basic tenets in the category that these guys have decided to break. And by creating this sculptured side, it really does make it stand out.
The 2021 Hyundai Elantra is new from the ground up. It's lower, wider, and longer.
They want it to be a little longer so that there's a little more rear seat legroom in here, and that's really where they put it. And while it's not generous, you know, it's certainly enough room.
Though headroom is compromised by the lower roof line. The rest of the interior is top-notch. Our test car is the SEL trim.
Look at what you get here. You've got this
pretty fancy
digital instrument cluster. You've got, a full large screen here for this. Now this does have the option package on it, which gives you a power sunroof and Bose audio, which is really nice.
Plus, every safety feature is standard, as is the 10-year powertrain warranty and 3 years of free maintenance, all for $25,000. Not bad. The base car's around $20,000. The top of the line limited stickers at around $28,000. There's also a sporty N model and a hybrid version. A lot of choices for a car that didn't have a very good first impression.
We remember when Hyundai first came in and the Elantra first came on, it was very derivative from a design standpoint. It wasn't very well built. It didn't have very compelling performance. It was the car you bought when you couldn't afford a new car.
Boy, have times changed. It's still a compact car powered by a 145 horsepower four-cylinder. The sporty N version gets 201 horses. So how does it drive?
The driving in this is kind of what you expect in that. It does have our least favorite transmission, the CVT. So when you drive it in regular mode, it's a little sluggish. Put it in sport mode, it's a little better, but it's very quiet. They've done a lot of work on the wind tunnel on this, so you don't get a lot of wind noise, not a ton of road noise, none of that odd booming sound that sometimes you hear coming through the trunk or things like that on less expensive cars. They've really done a good job of isolating here.
And they need to do a good job. There are some very good cars in this category.
When you look at what used to be the most competitive category, it was this compact sedan. You know, everybody had one. You had Focus, you had Chevy Cruze, and now they've all departed, and so they've left this to Honda, Toyota, Kia, and Mazda, and those are and Nissan, and those are the big players now. So it's gone from a lot of vehicles to a few, but the few that are left are really good. Like I said, right in the conversation with Civic and Corolla and Mazda 3 and anything else, you know, in this category, you got to shop this.
It's a pretty heady category.
It's a nice-looking car.
Yeah, it really is.
I like the grill on the front. Looks like a big smile.
Hyundais and their grills, yes. Harvey got about 37 miles a gallon when he had it for the week. The hybrid gets 50 miles a gallon.
Wow.
So
a good price point, too.
Right. You know, you're not going to win a drag race, but it'll get you there.
Right.
In style.
Yeah, exactly.
Ridesanddrives.com for more information on this car. And we'll be right back.
Ready, roll playback. 3, 2, 1. Roll playback.
So, what do you think?
I love it.
About $99 prescription sunglasses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Taco night is heartburn you can plan for, but surprise pizza means heartburn you didn't expect. New Zantac 360 Degrees contains the #1 doctor-recommended medicine approved to both prevent and relieve heartburn and works in as little as 15 minutes. New Zantac 360.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
Tonight at 5, Middleton police are warning of a black bear sighting in the area. We'll tell you where it was last seen. Plus, as the Dane County mask mandate ends, businesses and events are returning to normal. Which ones are back? That story ahead at 5.
Join me virtually June 23rd as we live stream the American Cancer Society's 14th annual Coaches vs. Cancer Wisconsin Gala on the rooftop of Monona Terrace. Join Bo Ryan and others as we celebrate our fan of the year, Rob Andringa, and his family. For more details, go to coachesversuscancerwisconsin.org.
And welcome back. Another peek here at our future track. Main thing that we really have to watch out for over the next few days especially, it is temperatures, temperatures, temperatures. Tonight we're going to fall down to the mid-50s. Good night to open up your windows and try to cool things down as much as you can because we're going to have to crank up the AC here even tomorrow. Those mid-80s will return for a lot of communities, and then the upper 80s and even some low 90s by the time we reach the end of the day here on Friday. So we're going to continue to see it warming and warming up all the way through the weekend. Tonight's low 56 degrees, partly cloudy skies. skies. It's going to feel pretty nice outside here tonight, but then by the time we reach Saturday and Sunday with the lower 90s and humidity actually kicking back up, it's not going to feel as nice outside. And then with higher heat and higher humidity, we do bring back some better chances here for some showers and storms, especially on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Both Monday and Friday just have a small chance of a shower here and there. But otherwise, our main story, it is going to be the high heat this weekend. Make sure you drink plenty of water and stay hydrated.
We haven't seen 90s in quite some time.
This will be the first time this season here for a lot of communities.
Awfully early. All right. Yeah. On the next slide, before it is vaccination day. On News 3 and News 3. Well, it's vaccination day. News 3 will tell you how you can get a COVID shot for free. I'm back.
And get your pet questions ready because veterinarian Dr. Carrie Donahue will be taking your pet calls live.
Here at TSR, we turn old, cracked garage floors like this into beautiful, tough floors like this in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and we design high-quality, beautiful floors that can stand up to the toughest of applications. Our coatings are easily able to withstand heavy traffic, drop tools, and they're ridiculously easy to clean. We are dedicated to superior customer service, which doesn't just stop after the installation. We also provide you with an exclusive warranty on all of our floor coatings that gives you the peace of mind knowing that your stunning new floor is protected for life. Visit the website or call the number below for your new floor today.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, there's Entresto. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Cabinet? Handled. Air? Conditioned. Lawn? Mowed. Get started on your next home project at Angie.com or download the Angie mobile app today. Make your home an Angie home. Angie. And done.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
In today's Final Touch, it's been a day, hasn't
it? Behind the scenes.
A teen girl's
hijinks.
instincts took over when her pets were in trouble.
And it led to an up-close and personal confrontation with a bear. Watch shocking surveillance video that captured a fearless teen girl getting into a shoving match with a huge bear in her backyard. The video shows the mama bear and her two cubs on a wall in the California home's yard. Suddenly, several dogs enter the frame and the bear becomes aggressive, swiping at the pets. That's when 17-year-old Haley Marinico sprang into action. It worked, scaring off the bears and allowing her to escape with the dogs. Wildlife officials say bears native to California are not inherently aggressive towards humans, and the mama bear was likely just protecting its cubs. It was a similar maternal instinct that fueled Haley's bold reaction.
It's mama bear versus mama bear.
Yeah, I would not recommend this.
No, don't do that.
But it all turned out okay. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.
Right now at 5, a new era begins at UW-Madison Athletic Director